Hey folks, my name is Amy Patee. Welcome to my channel. And today's practice is a morning flow to just get all parts of you up and running to have an amazing day. You'll be doing some sun salutations and kind of build a little bit of heat, but it's nothing too crazy. And hopefully it just leaves you feeling really centered and alive and awake for your day. And if you enjoy it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel as well. And then that way we can keep practicing together. So that is all I've got. Go ahead and roll out your mat and we'll get started. All right, we are going to begin with just a short centering to get started this morning. So sitting cross-legged if that works for your body. I'm boosted up on a blanket, which is just makes things a little bit more comfortable. So feel free to grab a pillow or a blanket if you have one nearby to sit on. And then if you'd like, just go ahead and let your eyes come to close and let your hands rest wherever they feel best. And just coming into our bodies this morning, connecting with our breath this morning, and establishing a bit of a baseline for our practice and for our day. So in these first few breaths, you're just coming into the moment, touching down into your physical self, into your body, and just noticing the quality of your breath this morning, and letting the breath maybe become a little bit more full, as well as a little slower. So you're breathing in just a nice, easy pace, breathing out slowly. And on the next exhalation here, go ahead and just let your chin release towards your chest. And as part of our centering, we're going to incorporate just a few easy, gentle movements here. So with your head hanging forward, just breathe into the back of your neck. And as you exhale, just feel your shoulders softening a little bit. And then let's just let the head loosely roll from side to side, either direction. And you really want to just let this feel good. So if you're somebody who wakes up in the morning with a lot of tension in the shoulders and neck, seek out what feels good here, what feels right for your body. And as you roll your head from side to side, notice if those shoulders start to kind of rise up, scrunch up towards your ears, and see if you can just invite them to release back down. Good, and then the next time you breathe out and your chin comes back to the center of your chest, just pause there. And then inhaling, lifting your head back up through center. And maybe your eyes are even still closed here. And I'm going to have you inch your fingertips out alongside your body. Turn the palms up and just take a nice big breath as you reach your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, turn the palms out and just let those fingertips coast all the way back down. And again, let your breath be slow here. Let the movement reflect that slowness of the breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Maybe lifting your gaze, stretching open the front of your throat. Exhale, release. Let those arms float down. Beautiful. One more time, take a breath in, lift those arms up. Lifting the gaze if you can, opening the upper chest and throat, and then breathe out slowly. Release, taking those fingertips all the way back down to your mat. And then just let your hands come back to your thighs or your knees and begin to roll out your shoulders. And I'm actually rolling one shoulder at a time. Backwards motion here. But you could also do both shoulders up and down, whatever feels good for you. Just let this be a little bit organic. Again, we're just kind of waking up the body gently. And then if you've been going one direction, just see if you can switch directions and roll those shoulders out the other way. Might get like little pops and cracks as those joints begin to find some fluidity. Good, and then just kind of shake out those shoulders and scrunch them all the way up to the ears really tightly. Hold there for a moment, breathe in. And then exhale, just let those shoulders drop. Great. And then one more thing here, let's just take the wrist and roll out the wrist. And again, if you're getting a lot of little pops and cracks, that can just be a sign that there's some stagnation in those joints. So you can allow those pops and cracks to happen. The joints will probably feel a lot more open and free once they release. And wiggle the fingers also, like you're finger painting. Give the fingers a little stretch here, and then just shake out your hands. And breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. And then let your palms turn up here on your thighs. And after just those really simple little movements here, just take a breath into your entire body, like you're saying, "Good morning, body. I'm here for you right now." And then breathe out of your entire body. And acknowledge an intention for your practice this morning. And this can also be an intention for your day. So maybe there's a certain energy that you could really use today to navigate work or family or relationships. Draw that in through your intention. And then gather the energy of that intention together with your palms right at the front of your chest. Take a breath in and out. Right, good. And if your eyes are still closed, go ahead and let those eyes come to open. And let's shift over onto our hands and knees. All right. So once you come over onto your hands and knees, take a stretch back through child's pose. Your knees could be wide apart if you'd like. Maybe big toes are touching. Just make it again comfortable for your body since it is morning time, right? It's really nice to do a practice that is very honoring of the state of your body this morning. So as you come into your child's, just a couple breaths here. Breathe into the space of your belly. And really receiving your inhalation as that brings you energy, life force for your day, and it also brings you your intention. Right? Through the breath, you can breathe in and allow the breath to ignite that intention inside of you. Let's take one more breath here. Maybe your back expands. Breathing out. Good. And then on your next inhalation, go ahead and lift your gaze and come all the way up onto your hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cows here to get the spine woke up. So spread your fingers wide. Knees are right underneath your hips. Tuck your toes here. Take a breath in. Arch your back. Exhale, point your toes back, press through the tops of your feet, round your spine. A few more times with this. Inhaling, arch. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, round your spine. Inhaling Extend, try to lift your tailbone way up, lift your chin way up. Exhale, round. Good, one more time, breathe in, arch. And breathe out, round out your back. Breathing in, come back to neutral with your spine nice and long, and then tuck those toes again. Let's lift the hips and come into our first downward facing dog. And just really indulge yourself here in this first down dog. So you could bend one knee, just kind of sway your hips to that side, and then alternate, bending the other knee, trying to press the opposite heel down. Go side to side, back and forth. Letting both heels stretch back, and maybe you keep a nice deep bend in those knees if the back of your legs are feeling really tight this morning. Let your neck release. And let's take one more deep breath here. Breathe in. And then breathing out, maybe bending those knees as you gaze forward, and then just tiptoe, walk those feet all the way up to the front of your mat. And as you're here at the front of your mat, let your feet be about hip distance apart, spread your toes. And if you happen to have blocks, this is really great to have blocks kind of nearby, maybe alongside your mat, especially if you're really tight along the back of your body. The blocks can be super helpful. Give yourself a little sway here, side to side. Maybe a little bouncing in the knees. Shake out that neck again. Let the arms, the shoulders release. So movement, right, especially in the morning, kind of fluid movement can really help with some of that stiffness that we feel. So let's breathe out here. Really spread wide through those toes. Ground your feet and take a breath in and lengthen. So let your spine extend. You could keep those knees a little bit bent here and just see if you can pinch your shoulders down your back. And then breathe out, let yourself fold in and release. And then keeping the knees a little bit soft here, we're going to roll up. So just let your arms dangle, roll yourself up, breathing in. And when you get to the top, just give a little shrug of those shoulders up, back, and down. And then we'll inhale, reach out with your arms. Stretching up, and feel free to stretch back a little bit, like you're just letting the whole body kind of yawn itself awake here. And then breathing out, diving over your thighs, reaching out with your heart. And curl all the way in, maybe with those knees still bent. Inhale, lengthen. Looking forward, opening the chest, and then exhale, let's step the left foot back. So I'm going to keep using my block so you can just kind of see that as an alternative here. And just tap your left knee down, take a breath in, draw up through the collarbones, maybe lifting the chin. Good, and then as you exhale, you're going to plant your palms, scoop up that left knee, step into your down dog. Full breath in here, feel your shoulder blades sliding away from your spine, scoop up your lower belly. One more breath in. As you exhale, again, you're just going to walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. So we're kind of starting ourselves off slow and easy. Breathe in, lengthen. And fold, exhale. So again, you're going to roll up through your spine. So soft knees, round your back, just nice and stretchy. And at the top here, exhale, just let those shoulder blades release down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Let your breath be as deep as possible. Exhale, fold, dive over your thighs. Curl all the way in. Inhale, lengthen. Step your right leg back, exhale, way back. Tap the right knee down and just lean into those hips. Lift up your collarbones, breathe in. Good, and then as you exhale, ground into those palms. Step all the way back to your down dog. Take a nice full breath here in down dog. And again, as you exhale, just letting go a little bit through the belly like it's hollowing out, maybe parachuting up towards your low back. Breathe in, looking forward. Exhale, walking or maybe taking a big step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And again, we'll roll up. So soft knees, just roll yourself up, stretching out your back, shrug the shoulders up, back and down, exhale. Okay, so we're going to keep building onto that. Inhale, reach up. Stretch, arch back. Exhale, fold. Curl in. Inhale, lengthen. Good, we're taking the left leg back again. Exhale. Tap that left knee down so you can stay low just like this. Or if you have the energy, go ahead and breathe in. Take a big sweep of the arms all the way up. And then breathing out, letting your hands sweep all the way back down. Lift up that back knee. And this time, pull the hips all the way back. And just let your forehead come down towards your shin bone. Breathe in, come back into your lunge. Keep the left knee lifted. Plant your palms again, step into down dog. On your next inhalation here, come to plank. So shift your body forward. And maybe you tap the knees down right away. Otherwise, squeeze your leg muscles. Squeeze your navel up and in. Look slightly forward. Feel a little heat, a little strength turn on. Pull back down dog. Full breath in. Exhale. Gaze forward, breathing in. And then exhale, walk. Or again, maybe you take a big step to the front of your mat. Breathing in, lengthening. And exhale, fold. Good. This time we're going to lift the chest. So maybe you have the knees a little bit bent. Gaze forward, reach those arms out and up. Take a big stretch, inhale. And then fold right back forward, exhale. Curl yourself in. Inhale, stretch. Right leg steps back this time, exhale. So way back, tap that right knee down. Feel free to just stay here or take a breath in. Rise up with those arms. You're looking for what feels good, right? Breathe out, sweep the hands down. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and then just stretch your hips back. See if you can straighten your left leg, fold. Inhale, come back into your lunge. Keep that right knee lifted. Plant your palms, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale to plank. Hold in plank for a moment. Feel all your muscles fired up. And then back through down dog, exhale. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, maybe looking forward. Breathing out, maybe taking a big step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. And fold, exhale. Lift your chest, rise up. Sweep those arms overhead. And exhale, fold right back forward. Just starting to get our flow down. Get that energy really moving. Breathing in, lengthening. Good. Exhale, left foot steps back. Tap the left knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms high. And exhale, hands release. Tuck your back toes, lift up that left knee. Pull your hips back. Breathe out. Let your forehead dip down towards your shin bone. Inhale, bend back into your right knee. Exhale, lift your right arm, twist. Hold here. Take an extra breath in. Gaze up if you can. And exhale, release. Right hand comes down. Plant your palms. This time step right into plank. Upward push-up. And let's tap the knees to the mat. Slide your shoulders down. And begin to bend into your elbows, hugging them towards your ribs. Lower all the way down to your belly. Let your toes point back. Breathing into cobra. Shrug those shoulders back. fingers spread wide. And maybe you rise up into sometimes what I call king cobra. My elbows are still pulled in, elbows still bent. My shoulders are still sliding down. For me personally, this feels really good, but you don't want to feel any congestion in the low back. Wherever you're at in that cobra pose, breathe out, come all the way down. And then just ground your hands, scoop up, tuck those toes, downward facing dog. Nice big breath in and out, building up your energy. One more inhale. This time we're going to exhale, step the left foot to the head of the mat. So big step forward with that left, drop your right knee. Breathe in, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor, to your blocks. Tuck the right toes, draw your hips back. Release. Let your torso fold over that left leg. Inhale, look forward, bend back into your left knee. Push down through the right hand. Exhale, left arm up. Gaze up if you can. Hold here for an extra breath. Breathing out, releasing. And we'll step forward. Inhale, lengthen. And fold, breathe out. This time you're going to bend your knees, sit back with your hips. Inhale, rising up into chair. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lengthen. Good. Step your right leg back this time. Exhale, drop that knee. Breathe in, arm sweep overhead. Exhale, releasing, hands come down. Lift, pull back. So you know this little flow now. Inhale, bend back into your left knee. Exhale, twist. Breathe in. And exhale, release. Plant your palms, plank pose. Maybe this time keeping the knees lifted, or you can drop them again, lowering all the way down once more to the belly. Breathe in into cobra. So you might stay really low or find that king cobra rising up. Exhale, peel the body back down. Tuck your toes, push to lift up and back through your down dog. Just notice your breath, notice your heart beating, notice that life force beginning to build inside of you, clearing out stagnation. One more full breath in. As you exhale, right foot comes to the front of your mat. Tap your left knee down. Breathing in, rising up with those arms. Exhale, hands come down. Lift your hips, pull back. Fold forward. Inhale, bend into your right knee. Exhale, twist, lift your right arm. Look up, breathe in. And breathe out, releasing right hand down, stepping to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. So sitting back, arms float up. Good, so we're gonna hold here in the chair, and you can always take your hands to your hips or hands to your heart. You can modify things. Let your hips sink back a little bit more. Eyes focus, melt the shoulders. See if you can scoop this lower belly in. One more breath. Good, exhale, fold over. Inhale, long spine. Good, this time exhale, plant your hands, either step or you can even try hopping back into your plank. Chaturanga, lowering down. Cobra, or go ahead and breathe into full up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg. Stretch it up. Bend your right knee. Let the stretch feel really good. One more breath, slow inhale. And then exhale, lunging right foot between your hands. And let's come into a warrior one here. So drop your left heel, rising up, breathing in, arms reach high. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, go ahead and release. Take your hands down, step back into your plank. Feel that belly activated. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Down dog, exhale. Lift your left leg up. So again, this should feel really good. Move things around, wiggle out the toes, circle the ankle. Bring energy. We want to bring energy into every little part of us this morning. One more breath. Good. Lunge that left foot forward. Drop your right heel, rise up. Warrior one. Feel those feet grounded, shoulders releasing, and releasing all the way back down. Exhale. Plant your palms, find your plank. You can always skip the plank in chaturanga and up dog if you'd like. Otherwise, flow yourself through. We'll meet in downward facing dog, or feel free to take a child's pose. Couple breaths. And just see if you can stay attuned to your aliveness. Your breath, your heart beating, the heat. Breathe out here. And then inhaling, walk step, or you could try giving yourself a little hop to the front of your mat. Inhale and exhale. Chair pose, bend those knees, rise up. And then this time we'll fold right back forward, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk, step, or hop back. Lowering through chaturanga. Breathing into up dog. Breathing out through down dog. Lift your right leg up. Take a breath in. And exhale, lunge your right foot forward. Rising up. Warrior one again. Arm sweep overhead. Let's open to warrior two. Turn the right palm up. Take a breath. Exalted warrior. And then let's straighten out that right leg. Exhale, tip over and down. Lift your left arm. Triangle pose. We are not going to hold this very long. Again, we're just kind of getting the body open, getting the energy flowing, getting yourself centered and present for your day. Take a slow breath in. And then as you exhale, look down. Sweep that left hand to the floor. Lunge. Step back. If you'd like, move through your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Side two. Lift your left leg up. Big sweep up. Inhale. And then exhale. Lunge that left foot forward. Warrior one. Warrior two. Turning that left palm up. Take a big stretch up and back. Send the breath through that left side of the body. And then come back forward, straighten out your left leg, and take it into triangle pose. Gazing up, holding here just for a couple breaths. As you breathe in, imagine the breath really stretching to both hands, both feet, through your whole body. And on your next exhalation, looking down, bending into that left knee, lunge. Step yourself back. If you'd like, go ahead and flow through chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing. Let's take 3 complete breaths here. Beautiful. And then go ahead and drop your knees to your mat and rest your hips back. Child's pose. Bring your forehead to your mat. And just breathe here. Let's take 3 more breaths here and see if you can begin to kind of coax the breath again to slow back down, even out. Maybe using the Ujjayi breath so there's a nice even sound that you can hear as you breathe. Great, and then on your next breath in, go ahead and rise up onto your hands and knees. We're going to do a little bird dog balance here. So I'm going to have you stretch your left leg back, pull your belly in. You could press down through the top of your right foot or you could tuck your toes. You can see what works best for you, but most importantly, keep your navel pulling up and in. You could put like a little grape, an imaginary grape in your navel. Give it a squeeze. And then float that left leg. And when you lift your left leg here, really think about keeping the hip facing down. So you're lifting from your inner left thigh, and then notice your navel. Again, if it started to kind of collapse down towards the floor, pull it up towards your spine. Stay here or stretch your right arm out. Eyes focused. You might be looking slightly forward versus letting your head fall off. And then for those of you that want a little extra challenge, go ahead and bend your left knee, reach your right arm around, find your foot or your ankle and push and kick and lift. Stay with it. Keep coming back to your navel. Squeeze it in and up. If you've got your foot, go ahead and release. Extend long. Inhale. And then exhale, let's release. And we'll switch to the opposite side. So sending your right leg back. So this might be it for you. You might just be hanging out here, drawing the navel in, stabilizing yourself through your hands. Or lifting from the inner right thigh, lift that leg up. You can feel your glutes turn on. Pull the navel in. If you want a little bit more, extend out with that left arm. And for a little bit more, if you want that challenge, that intensity this morning, bend your right knee, reach back, grab your foot with your left hand and kick the foot into the hand. And you're pushing through the right hand and kind of lifting up out of your right shoulder. Come back to your navel center, squeeze and lift it up and in. Eyes focused, breath smooth. One more inhale. Go ahead, as you exhale, release the foot if you've got it. Extend out long, breathe in, and then release. Back to child's pose. Release your hips back and just rest. Take 2 more breaths here. If your wrists get tired doing poses like that, be sure to give them a little stretch. And we'll breathe out completely, and then go ahead and inhale. Lift your gaze, and let's come all the way up and go ahead and come to sit on your mat. All right, so you've done an awesome job. Hopefully your whole body feels like it's warmed up, kind of gotten things moving. And we're just gonna do an easy seated twist, and then we're gonna be winding things down for today's practice. So again, if sitting on the floor isn't your favorite thing in the world, blankets, a blanket under your hips is gonna help quite a bit. And then let's take the, so this right foot you're gonna just tuck under, nice and tight and snug, and then your left foot can come to the floor right in front of your ankle here. I'm gonna have you hold on to your left shin bone with your right hand and just take a breath in. Lift your left arm up. And then exhale, sweep that arm back behind you. You can prop up on your fingertips and just kind of work your belly around a little bit. Maybe you can wrap up the leg a little tighter, and you're just going to sit nice and tall. Spin your spine around, look back over your shoulder, and breathe. Taking command of your body, your mind, your emotions, and choosing how you are going to utilize them today. What kind of person do you want to be at work, with your family, with the people you meet on the street? Who do you want to be? This is the place where you can cultivate that and commit to that. Take one more breath, sit up tall, and then breathe out, let yourself release. Come back through center. Really easy, we'll just switch sides. So you're going to take your left foot, tuck it under, and draw your right foot kind of in front of your ankle here. And then hold on to the right shin bone with your left hand. Let's stretch up with the right arm first, and then over and back behind you. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Wiggle your way into the twist. And if those right fingertips are close enough to the body, then you can really have claw fingers. You come up on the fingertips and you kind of work on straightening that right arm and pressing the upper arm bone into your back to support your spine in rising up. Breathe here. Feeling that sense of easy empowerment inside of you. And I say easy because it's your natural state to be empowered. And part of being empowered inside of ourselves is that we realize we have choice. We can choose to change our minds, the focus of our minds, the quality of our minds. We can choose to shift our emotions. We can choose to adjust our bodies, how we're standing, how we're sitting, how we're moving. We have lots of choice, and that doesn't mean that at times we don't get lost. And that's what yoga's for, that's what therapy's for, to help us come back to this empowered place where we have choice. Let's take a big breath in, sit up tall, and then exhale, release. Therapy, it's very important. I definitely do my share of yoga, meditation, different types of therapy. I think it's all, whatever it takes for you to continually find your way back to your empowered truth. It's really important. So let's come on down to our backs. Start to wind this practice down. So as you come down onto your backs, go ahead and just hug your knees into your chest. And rock a little side to side. Maybe take your ponytail out like I did. And let's do a little happy baby here. So just reach down. See if you can either grab hold of your shin bones, your ankles, or your feet. And you're going to press your knees down towards the floor alongside your ribs and rock a little side to side. Maybe even as you rock to your left leg can stretch out. And then as you rock to your right leg can stretch long. And just as a reminder, my eyes on you. Stay for Shavasana. It's so important, and you worked hard for it. I know there's lots of distractions when you practice at home. So many things that you could get up and start doing, but just give yourself these couple minutes to let your body, mind, heart, soul, spirit all get a little reprieve, a little break, and a little moment of integration. So when you feel ready here, if there's any other little stretches that you'd like to take, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you can just let your body stretch out nice and long on your back. And if you do have that blanket nearby, sometimes even just resting a folded blanket over your hips or your belly area has a really nice grounding effect on the nervous system. Close your eyes. Notice your breath again and let go of any control of your breath and just allow it to flow in and out with ease. And just feeling the back of your head getting mushy against the floor. The back of your shoulders, the parts of your arms in contact with the floor. Just letting all those parts kind of mush down, becoming soft against the floor. Scan down your back. Any parts of your back that are resting against your mat, just let those parts become a little heavier. Feel the back of your pelvis. And as you breathe out, just see if you can feel how heavy your pelvis is. Noticing both legs. Just feel like your legs are just dropping into the floor. And then let your heels sink. And just breathe in gently. Breathe out gently. And as you keep resting for just a few moments longer, acknowledging your intention again, the energy that you wanted to cultivate, the person you want to be today, and feel yourself being organized around that intention. Your mind, your body, your heart, your emotions, your energy coming into alignment for you. So take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And of course, if you want to keep resting, you're welcome to keep resting. And just start to wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers and stretch the body. Maybe your breath begins to deepen. And just finding your way over onto one side and just really leisurely, when you're ready, you can ease yourself up. Maybe sitting for just a moment before you turn the video off and letting your head kind of get on straight here in this upright position. And you could gather your palms together at the front of your chest, or you could even just rest your hands over your heart space. Maybe drop the chin, remembering this sacredness of your life, of this moment, of your body. May you bring that sacredness into all that you do. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.